Hey there guys, what's going on? Evo here, and today on Evo's Comics, I want to talk a little bit about a couple of things. First of all, as you can see in the background here, we are redoing our entire room. I'm going to work on getting this room a full DC themed room. I'm talking giant bat symbols that glow, I'm talking the full bat suit of armor, I'm talking the Hellbat, stuff like that, like insane stuff, a Superman suit even. I want this room to be really, really cool and kind of look like a Justice League Hall of Fame. And I'm working on that very slowly. I decided to pull out a lot of my camera. I think just froze. I decided to pull out a lot of my pops, which you see over there. I have a couple like random pops that are in that bucket. Anyway, I'm thinking of doing that for this room, and then my bedroom, which is actually through that door right back there. I'm going to make it a Marvel room, and it's going to be really cool with my comic books all on display and stuff. Really cool stuff. But first up, let's talk about the new movie everybody's thinking about. This is the main topic of today's video. The side topic was my rooms, but the main topic is Wolverine and Deadpool, or Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, I wanted to talk not necessarily a review on this because I have a review going up on my movie review channel called Evo's Horror Paradise. Go check that out. Link will be in the description. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about if it's going to save the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, I know what everybody was thinking, like, probably, a couple months ago, that this movie was going to be the make or break of Marvel. And I personally never had thought that. I kind of just thought, oh, cool, another Deadpool, let's see if Disney doesn't manage to mess this up. And they didn't. It really was a good movie. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. Do I think it was enough to save the MCU? The MCU has been in a very bad spot, I would say, ever since WandaVision. Personally, I think that is right around the downfall. WandaVision was okay, I guess. I didn't really have much problems with WandaVision at all. But then we got stuff like Loki, which I was not very into. We got What If, which I was not very into. We got Echo, which is their newest thing, not really into. We got Quantumania, not great. And I am one to say that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness wasn't the worst thing we've ever seen. I definitely think Doctor Strange was one of their better projects considering everything we've gotten, like She-Hulk and all that pain. But yeah, I mean, I think there is definitely a lot here. So we got quite a bit of MCU stuff that wasn't a hit, and honestly, we didn't get a good hit until Deadpool and Wolverine, which is kind of depressing and kind of sad, and I think this is due to the MCU spreading itself too thin. I think it is a very big problem for Marvel right now, but besides the point, why are they doing this? I really have no idea. They don't need the money. It's not like they're desperate for money, and my webcam just froze again, but it's not like they're desperate for money, so why does Marvel bother doing these stupid decisions? I have no idea. I'm somewhat looking forward to Venom: The Last Dance as well. I'm hoping something with Spider-Man comes through there and they make something crazy happen again. But the MCU, other than this movie, I think is still dying. And I'm going to tell you guys why. So the D23, or is it 24? I don't even know anymore. Event happened, I believe this weekend. I'm not positive, but a bunch of stuff came out of it. Live action Lilo and Stitch. We have The Incredibles 3 coming. It's pretty big stuff for Pixar and Disney. And they did talk some Marvel stuff, such as Avengers Land getting a bunch of new rides. I'm hyped about that. And including that they are doing a couple Marvel projects, including a new TV show. And that has me concerned for a number of different reasons. Really, none of their shows have been huge hits. That is the first horrible reason of this. Loki was okay. We got, WandaVision. That was okay. But, none of them were as big as, Avengers Civil War or, I'm sorry, Captain America Civil War. It wasn't even under the Avengers title. Or, Spider-Man No Way Home. Nothing has been as big as that. Nothing has been as big as Endgame or anything like that. And even if you show up WandaVision against the Arrow TV series, DC versus Marvel, the classic competition right here. DC's Arrow series will still pull ahead of WandaVision every time. And put up the Flash against it, and the Flash even pulls ahead. I think DC does all their shows better. I will say Supergirl wasn't my favorite, but it was still a pretty solid show for the most part. And then also as well, like Batwoman, wasn't wasn't really my thing, but it was still a good show. And I think it still had, some parts in it that were really, really, really cool. Gotham even was a great show. But yeah, for whatever reason, Marvel seems to not be able to stick the landings on their show. And I don't know if it's a poor choice in directors, poor choice in, uh, you know, writers. I really don't know what the issue is here. But if it's not working, don't try it. Maybe focus more time on the movies we want to see, like, another, X-Men movie or another, you know, I'm not saying you have to go with X-Men. No, no, no. I'm not even saying you have to go with Wolverine. I'm not saying any of that. Maybe focus on a movie we all want to see. We've been wanting to see a Venom versus Spider-Man movie for a very long time here. I know that's probably going to be hard, with Sony and all that, but it could be done. I know it can be. You guys can make it happen. Come on, Disney, throw some money at it. If you made a movie like that, I guarantee you it would break box office records. As well as maybe, we see something really cool coming out with, some Andrew Garfield stuff, something like that. It would be pretty cool to get the Amazing Spider-Man coming back. I know I've really wanted that for forever. I know Andrew's getting a little up there in age, but, I think he can still do it. Yeah, come on. Marvel, please work on something big, because these shows are not cutting it. And honestly, that is the main reason I actually say Deadpool and Wolverine is not saving the MCU. It merely did really well because we all were hyped for it. And seeing Hugh Jackman come back as the Wolverine in his classic costume, there was a lot here for comic book fans, such as the Uncanny X-Men stuff and the classic, Hulk versus Wolverine and all that. But all in all, we really do need something other than these awful TV shows you're putting out. It's not going to cut it for Marvel fans anymore. And I'm sorry, but, the DCEU, whatever they're calling it now, might pull ahead. I mean, the new Batman, The Batman, and the second one that's coming out is going to be huge. I mean, The Batman was already one of the greatest Batman films ever made. And it definitely stands up there with, some of the Dark Knight trilogy stuff. And that's scary because, you know what? You guys are going to be in trouble soon, very, very soon, if you don't pick up some of the stuff you're doing. I'm pretty excited for Avengers Secret Wars and the Doomsday Avengers stuff. I think that could be your big, big stuff. Maybe focus a little more attention on building up some of the relationships in the Avengers, the new Avengers, instead of spreading it so thin by giving Agatha her own show and other people like that nobody really does care about. I truly think that Agatha having her own show, she does not need it. I think even Vision having his own show, he doesn't need it. Characters like WandaVision, that show worked because we actually cared about Wanda and her relationship with Vision, and we felt for Wanda. But characters like, Hawkeye and the Kate Bishop, we don't care about them as much. I personally do not give a crap about Hawkeye or Kate Bishop. And I know I didn't even watch that show. I fell off before that show. And I've fallen off of a lot of the current MCU stuff because it just is boring. It feels like such a chore to keep up with everything. And I don't personally have the time for it. I mean, right now, as of recording this video, it is midnight. I have work at 5 a.m. I can't watch, 7 Marvel films every day to get caught up to something. I can't watch 7 shows every day to get caught up with something either. It's too much, and honestly, you need to dial back. My suggestion, soft reset after Doomsday. I think you could do a soft reset very, very nicely. You could even do a hard reset, and I wouldn't mind. Maybe give some new actors a spot in the spotlight. And it would be a way of getting Iron Man back and all of some of our favorite heroes without reusing those actors. I think it would be a great idea, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys thought. I think that Deadpool and Wolverine's a great film. Is it enough to save the MCU? No. Would I love to see a Ladypool film come out of this, or a Gwenpool? Yes, absolutely. But all in all, I don't think it's enough to save the MCU. We're gonna need a couple more big hits like that, that do their classic MCU interweaving with each other thing, like the original Infinity Saga did so well, but the multiversal saga can't even seem to step foot in. But that's just my opinion. And yeah, I know you guys are probably like, where was the really cool thumbnail? I've been crazy busy lately, getting this room together, working on 2 jobs actually currently, and balancing 2 YouTube channels is insane. And not a lot of people have done that, but I am trying my best here. So yeah, I promise you guys I will have a cool thumbnail in the next video. But yeah, that's all for now. Peace out and have a great rest of everyone's day. Bye, guys.